Good evening, Muttonistas. What a typically wet day this is in Manchester. So I'm going to make this pretty short before I head in for cover. City have gone on a great run of consecutive victories since they participated in the Club World Cup in Saudi Arabia, including a hard-fought win over Tottenham in the fourth round of the FA Cup. Today, it's back to league matters. We welcome Burnley and Vincent Kompany, who are really struggling at the bottom of the league. Surely this one is a straightforward one. Anyway, join me and find out for today's Matchday vlog of City at home to Burnley. And those of you who watched the Tottenham vlog will probably have seen I went on for rather a while about the food and drink aspects of that video, and the match didn't appear until 20 odd minutes in. I'm going to keep it pretty short tonight, not just because it's raining, but because I've got a brutal schedule as well. So I'm going to take you back to my little local Italian deli, which I featured in a previous video, the Casa Italia. Okay, Muttonistas, if you didn't see the previous visit I made to the Casa Italia, it's like an Italian deli. It sells a lot of Italian products, wines, oils, pastas, that sort of thing, and cheeses. And in terms of what you can have on the premises, mainly pasta, pizza, charcuterie, cheese, that sort of thing. Anyway, they do have a decent wine selection by the glass, and I've gone for a Primitivo, which many of you will have seen in the guise of an American Zinfandel. It's the same grape, but obviously the flavours are different. And I quite like this with curries and tomato-based dishes, so I hope this is on form. Yeah, that's a lovely drop, and as you know, I bang on about the temperature, and they serve it at the right temperature. First of all, of course, a side salad, something healthy, and I know that's not got a wow factor, but you'd be amazed by how many establishments mess it up. And I would say that the peppers and the sun-dried tomatoes are quite a nice touch. So next up, Muttonistas, Parmigiano di Melanzane, aubergines layered with tomato and cheese, a healthy sprinkling of parmesan on top as well. I love this dish. I've not actually had it here. I think it's a fairly recent addition to the menu, but it's a dish I seek out because it's filling, tasty, and it's low carb. Anyway, a quick slurp to cleanse the palate. And that, Muttonistas, is absolutely beautiful. The aubergines are of the correct texture, just slightly soft. The sauce, the tomato sauce, is made from proper tomatoes, none of this sugar-added rubbish. They might have come from tinned tomatoes or a sugo or whatever they call them, but it's delicious. And of course, the cheese, well, you all know I love cheese. Anyway, I'll get on with this, and I will be back with you for dessert. So that really was tasty, Muttonistas, and not a hint of sweetness. I'm fed up of going to Italians, or Britalians as I call them in the UK, where a whole bag of Tate and Lyle has been added to a tomato sauce. Anyway, before dessert, I'm going to have their espresso. I've had it before and I know it's good, but I judge European restaurants quite harshly if they serve a bad coffee at the end of a meal. And that is on the money. Short, strong, single espresso. And now let's have our dessert. Right, Muttonistas, it just so happens that the station hotel is a couple of doors down from the Casa Italia, so this was the only place I could possibly visit to take dessert. Oh yeah, what form the Guinness is on here. I did come here on Saturday and rave about it, and I was told it was even better the night before. But for the purposes of quality control, I also had to come in here, and it's really good, really good. Pity it's a 7:30 kickoff tonight, and I've only got time for a swift couple of jars. Now, as for the match itself, I have very little to say. I want to keep the video short. I really do expect this to be a routine home win. It'll be a shock and a disaster if it isn't. And I'm also hoping Kevin De Bruyne plays a little more than he has done for the last couple of games. Don't think he'll start. And also there's a chance Erling Haaland will be on the bench tonight. It is still tipping it down outside, and it probably will do all game. So I'm probably not going to go to another pub and bring you the team news as usual. You'll see it anyway. I am, however, going to say something that's not often said in this pub of all pubs. Come on, City. Okay, Muttonistas, an hour before kick-off, I'm still in Didsbury at the station, a totally irresponsible third pint, but the team news came out and I thought I'd give my take on it. And City have a fully fit squad. Johnny Stones back in defence, Kevin De Bruyne back for the whole game in midfield, Jeremy Doku back as well. Nunes gets a game, but we've got a strong bench, including Erling Haaland. Also on the bench, Jack Grealish, who'd been out for a game or two. Edison back in goal. Plenty of reasons to be cheerful. Anyway, this isn't going to touch the sides because I really need to get my skates on. A Mutton vlog, cutting it fine? No, surely not. I was about to report that Burnley had kept their shape well and not ventured too far forward, but suddenly they did, lost possession, and City broke free with Nunes down our right. Now, he took a bit of a long time to get the ball over, and I would have thought Burnley could have got enough defenders back, but they didn't, and Alvarez put it home with an easy header. 1-0 City. Burnley defence poorly organised, great quick thinking from Kevin De Bruyne to feed in Alvarez for a quickly taken free kick. 2-0 to City, don't see a way back for Burnley, and nobody can pick them out like Kevin De Bruyne can. What a delicious ball that was. Okay, Muttonistas, half-time City 2, Burnley 0. City playing very much within themselves, and I think Burnley are possibly coming close to damage limitation mode. That superb beer dispensing system they have on the ground floors come up trumps again. Plenty of time to enjoy my pint, and I'm going to keep this short. Burnley, very limited ambition and playing 5 at the back. They have the personnel to try and do that, even though it's not the right way to play City, and they can't really take the game to City. They had a couple of small opportunities that didn't translate to very much after they were 2-0 down, but I don't see where they go from here. If they open up, they're going to get slaughtered. I know we were 2-0 up against Palace and didn't win, but I think if Burnley have a go, they really are going to get carved open. City in second gear. This, I'm pretty sure, is going to be a home win. Good performance from all of the boys. I couldn't believe how much time Nunes had to clip it over to Alvarez, who planted a simple header away. But what a clever piece of play from Kevin De Bruyne. Absolutely perfectly weighted ball to Julian Alvarez, who planted it past the keeper for 2-0. I don't think anybody else in the Premiership can do that. Anyway, City, as I said, in second gear. I'm going to leave it here for half time and enjoy my pint for a change without having to rush it. Okay, so there was a massive scuffle there about people vaping and smoking in the toilet. I couldn't get to the toilet and I needed to, so I've just missed the goal. Yet another City goal just after half-time. Rodri making it 3-0 from Phil Foden. Oh well, let's get back to my seat, or my standing position more like it. .75 in, and after the goal I just missed, the game has gone really quiet. City have controlled possession. Burnley are just happy to keep the score down. Give it! Well, that was 2 minutes into injury time, but it was very feeble, very bad defending. I don't know how the attacker got round Guardiola and what the hell was going on in front of goal. Well, I don't know. It's not going to matter. It's 3-1 with 2 minutes of added time to play, but it wasn't very good either. Okay, Muttonistas, some of you say, oh, you don't go to enough traditional City pubs before or after the game. This is as traditional as it comes. The Grove, actually heading towards East Manchester. And it's a Joseph Holt's pub who serve traditional Manchester ales. I've known this beer for ages. Very, very competitively priced, and it's a decent pint as well. It's a little darker and maltier than the pale ales I'm used to, but it's still a nice beverage. Actually quite rich and creamy. They serve it well here, and to be honest, half the pub happens to be on it. Now, as for the football, that was as routine a win as you can get. Burnley were limited in their ambition, and I think basically once they let the first goal in, they were absolutely cooked. With the players they have, it's the way they had to play. And before you will say, oh, they were SH1T, well, no, they're not. And they're only starting to struggle at elite level. It was great to see Johnny Stones back, great to see Kevin De Bruyne play most of the game and actually start, and very nice to see Erling Haaland come on. We have a fully fit squad for virtually the first time this season. And I'm not going to apologise this time for missing the goal. There was an incident outside the toilet, I couldn't go in. I'd had a half-time pint and I had to. I know it's often the case with City that a lot of goals do go in just after half-time. And the pity was that the rest of the second half was very, very dull. Not much happened at all, apart from that Burnley goal, which was the result of some pretty, shall we say, half-hearted defending, people not putting in challenges, allowing runners to run past them, and so on and so forth. One more interesting facet was Jeremy Doku. He stretched the pitch well and caused Burnley defenders a lot of problems. But unfortunately, he made a lot of bad decisions, bad final balls, bad decisions whether to run past somebody or pass, and I'm hoping he'll improve in that aspect. You can't hang somebody out to dry when you beat Burnley 3-1 at home in a routine game, but I'm sure Pep Guardiola will look at that. Anyway, I said the video will be kept short, and that is the way it will be. So I am going to love you and leave you, Muttonistas. Next football vlog will be at Brentford on Monday, with the vlog actually not coming out till Wednesday because I have an all-day meeting on the Tuesday. But until then, Muttonistas, please remember, keep liking, keep sharing, keep subscribing. Please spread the word, tell all your friends, but most of all, don't forget, you can't beat a bit of mutton.